Hello, I'm John Hummel, Senior Technical Writer for Altinity. Welcome to the next epic story in our Altinity Business Intelligence series. This time, we are demonstrating how to integrate Grafana with ClickHouse. For this video, we'll be focusing on quick, simple methods of installing Grafana. That's right, we're taking the ability to build dynamic dashboards and stellar sheets of Grafana with the analytic power and speed of ClickHouse. You want to demonstrate terabytes of data into an image that explains everything at a glance? This is how you're going to do it. I'm going to walk you through the entire process, from installing Grafana with the plugins you need to connect to ClickHouse, to connecting your Grafana server to a sample ClickHouse database, and create sample charts based on those connections. If you're eager to get started, without waiting for my detailed, humorous takes on these technical issues, you can always just skip ahead by reading this guide on the Altinity documentation site, with the instructions for this guide and other useful ClickHouse and Altinity.cloud techniques are available. If you want the latest information on ClickHouse, including the ClickHouse Altinity stable releases, webinars, and ClickHouse training, be sure to visit the Altinity resources page. And of course, we're always posting new videos, so make sure you've clicked the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you're alerted when we post the new video. With that, I'm going to cover two methods of installing Grafana with the Grafana ClickHouse plugin. The first method is directly into your operating system. In this case, we'll use a standard Ubuntu 20.04 distribution of Linux. The other is through a very brief Grafana Docker tutorial. Both are perfectly valid depending on your situation, but by the end of it, you will have a Grafana server more than ready to connect to a ClickHouse server of your choosing. Direct Grafana installation. I like to keep things nice and simple, so we're going to install Grafana on Ubuntu Linux in the minimum number of steps. Step 1. Prepare for installation. Use an administrative or root account on Ubuntu to clean and update your apt-get repository. Sudo apt-get clean. This is an optional step. I do it sometimes just to clear out old data. Sudo apt-get update. Step 2. Install Grafana. Now we install Grafana. Wow, that didn't take long to get to. Sudo apt-get install Grafana. Step 3. Configure Grafana. Just because we've installed Grafana doesn't mean we're ready to actually start using it with ClickHouse. Nope, we need to now make sure it can actually run and talk to a ClickHouse server. First, let's make sure that our Grafana instance starts whenever we boot up our Linux server. We're going to add Grafana to the system control and make sure it's running with these commands. Sudo system control daemon reload. Sudo system control start Grafana server. Sudo system control enable Grafana server service. Sudo system control status Grafana server. If everything is working like it should, then you'll see Grafana is running and ready for use. One last thing to do. Install the plugins that will allow Grafana to talk to ClickHouse. We'll keep using our administrative user. First, we install the Grafana ClickHouse plugin, then reset Grafana so it'll be able to connect. Sudo Grafana-CLI plugins install Vertimedia ClickHouse data source. Sudo system control restart Grafana server. Let's test it out. If you follow these default steps, you can connect to your Grafana server via the IP address or host name on port 3000 in a browser. We didn't add any SSL to the server, so it'll just be HTTP hostname:3000 in your browser. On your first connection, you'll be prompted to log in. Use the default username and password of admin, then you'll be prompted to make a new password for your new admin user. Voila! You're now in your own Grafana server that you installed yourself. I'm very proud of you. Grafana through Docker. If you're more into Docker environments, you're in luck with this Grafana Docker tutorial with the Grafana ClickHouse plugin all in one. We can install Grafana and the ClickHouse plugins with just one command. Docker run -d -p 3000:3000 -name equals Grafana -e gf_install_plugins equals Verna Media -ClickHouse -data source Grafana/Grafana. Let's break down what we're asking Docker to do. Create a container named Grafana from the latest Grafana image, make it available on port 3000, and install the ClickHouse plugin. Fire it up! Watch in wonder and amazement as with one command, Docker brings Grafana to life! It lives! And next time you want to start or stop Grafana, you can use Docker start Grafana or Docker stop Grafana. Now that's all done installing, let's launch it. If you saw the instructions from just 30 seconds ago, you know you can point your browser to the host name or IP address of the machine running Grafana for you. In this case, it'll be whatever system you started Grafana through Docker on. Link it up on port 3000, use the default username and password of admin, and change it to suit your needs. Whatever method you use, let's make sure that our ClickHouse plugin is running in our Grafana server. I'll save the full Grafana dashboard and panels tutorial for later, but start by logging into your Grafana instance as the administrator. From the left navigation panel, Settings, Data Sources, then select Add Data Source. If you enter ClickHouse into the search bar, there it is. If you don't see it, double-check the procedures above and make sure you follow them just as I demonstrated. Still need help? Come on over to Altinity and fill out our contact sheet. We're the only SOC 2 certified ClickHouse services provider, providers of the ClickHouse cloud service Altinity.cloud, and we have ClickHouse experts that can help you optimize your ClickHouse storage and queries. We also have the Altinity documentation site, going over how to manage ClickHouse, secure it, and integrate it into other systems, just like you've seen. If you want the latest information, the Altinity resources page is where to go. I'm John Hummel, Senior Technical Writer for Altinity, and this concludes our examples on installing Grafana. In another video, I'll show how to connect your new Grafana server with a sample ClickHouse database hosted on Altinity.cloud. Until then, stay safe and happy coding.